Hey you guys, let's do a get ready with me. So today I am getting ready. It's currently 12:44 and I just wanted to do a get ready with me. I have somewhere to be. I've been had somewhere to be, but you know, your girl be a little but yeah, so I'm just gonna talk, I have some things that I've been like just thinking about. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so you guys, I'm just really starting to realize that I love what I do. Okay, I love being a cosmetologist slash barber. Like, it really brings like a lot of joy to my life. And I was just thinking, like, I literally went to a 4-year school, because I wanted to be a social worker. I wanted to either be a social worker or a counselor. And because I really wanted to help people, and I knew that the life that I lived, like, it wasn't just for me. Like, I knew that I had a story to tell, and I knew that I could help someone, and that's what I wanted to do. I've always wanted to help people. I enjoy uplifting and helping people. And yeah, I was just thinking, like, I really was about to go to school and be a counselor, and I think, honestly, I think I would have been miserable, because I'm the type of person where I like to help, but I take on everybody's, like, drama, chaos. I just take it on, and that's why, like, I really like, my energy is so sensitive. I have to be careful about who I entertain, who I'm around, because I just take on everybody's stuff. And obviously, like, social workers, they don't get paid their worth. They really don't. So I don't think I would have been as happy. But in the line of work that I do, like, I still can encourage, I still can uplift, I still can give a word or two, and I'm not tethered to the outcome. Like, you come in here, we can talk about it, uplift each other, and then you on about your way. I'm on to the next client. And I love that, because I don't take it home, And it kind of just brought to my attention, like, I had a client the other day, and he came in and he was like, yeah, I want you to do my hair. And I'm like, I don't know the man from a can of paint, but I literally did his last haircut. That's just how I am. Like, I'm so forgetful. Like, I remember his face, but I didn't remember, like, what we talked about, or how he liked his hair. Like, I remember a face, but I do not remember what we talked about or who you are. I was talking to him, and he was like, yeah, I had a time, like, I was drinking and da da da. I was like, oh, okay, so you went out. He was like, yeah, doing stuff. Like, he thinking that I know him. And he was like, you don't remember me? Like, he said his name, and I was like, no. he talking to me like I know him. I'm like, I have no idea who this man is. So, and I was just like, he's like, yeah, I had, I had a beer or two, and I was like, oh, okay, so you was out, you was out. He was like, yeah, I had a good time, da da da. He was like, yeah, I probably had a little too much to drink. And I was like, me being me, I'm like, so what you masking? Anybody that overindulge in really anything, they're masking something. Like, they're hurting about something. I'm like, what you masking? He just started laughing, because he already knew. I was like, I was finna get into it, like, because I'm definitely not a surface level person. Like, if you talk to me 9 out of 10, we're gonna have a deep conversation. And I was just like, okay, so what are you masking? Because, like, you're going out, you're drinking, overly drinking. The context that I got was he was overindulging, and the only time people do that is when they're going through something. It's like, yeah, I've been going through a rough time and all this and all that. And as we continue to talk, I'm looking for my bronzer. No. Okay. Now, as we continued to talk, I started to remember the conversations, and like now everything is coming back. Oh, okay. So I do know. So now the context is here. I do know who you are, you know? And so I remember the last time that he came, like, you know, he was just getting out of some, you know, and I was like kind of talking to him, speaking life into him, and like, you know, just kind of being me. And I was like, okay, so now I know how I can, because sometimes everybody don't want to hear the truth, and you really gotta kind of scope out people. Like, people, they like to talk about their stuff, but they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to fix it. They just want to talk about it. So sometimes you gotta like really like kind of see who you talking to. Like, can I talk to you for real, or do I just have to be baseline, you know? And so and I'm not doing nothing crazy. I'm just doing like an everyday type, you know, put a little bronze, a little highlighter, you know, just that. And so now I know, okay, so you know you can take criticism. So okay, I know I can deep dive. I can deep dive. So he's like, yeah, I've been going through this and I've been doing that and da da da. And I was like, well, you know, at some point, you know, you have to change. He said, yeah, I've been going to counseling. So after we talked the first time, he started going to counseling. So, you know, you know, when you're doing the Lord's work, you know, I love to see like when my words help, you know. So he started to go into counseling, and he was like, honestly, I don't know if he was already going to counseling, but I know that it's probably more prominent because I did talk to him. But he was like, yeah, I've been to counseling, I've been talking, and it's like, he was like, but I haven't been lately. I said, oh, okay. She started telling you some stuff and you didn't want to deal with it. And so he was like, he just started smiling. Like every time I hit it on there, he would just start smiling. And I was like, yeah, you thought I wasn't going to peep that. So really, you don't want to do the work. You know, you want to cry about it, but you don't want to do the work. So, we were just talking, and I also said, like, he was talking about like a girl that he was into and stuff like that. And I said, baby, you got to figure out what you got going on first before you bring anybody else in your mess. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna get with that girl, y'all gonna start liking each other, and the signs don't show at first. It never shows in the beginning. You're gonna put your best foot first, and then when y'all get in there, and y'all done been in there for some years, maybe kids done popped up or whatever the case is, y'all been there for some years, y'all know each other, you don't feel like you gotta impress her no more, that's when stuff gonna hit the fan. Because that's when life is gonna hit you. Life is gonna be throwing its bows and arrows at you, and you gonna also have to deal with the shit that you ain't dealt with, you know. So, and then now you gonna bring her into the mess, and she gonna have expectations from you. You gonna have expectations from her. Life gonna have expectations from you, and you gonna fumble that bad because you didn't do the necessary work that you need to do for yourself. And so I was telling him, like, hey, if you shit, I done lost my train of thought. if you doing that, you don't need to do that. You need to work on yourself first, get where you trying to go first, and then, like, it's okay to kind of talk to her, just tell her that, you know, you going through some things, you figuring some stuff out, you know, that way, you know, if she want to stay, she can stay. If she don't, you know, she still have her eyes out for you. But yeah, and then he was like, well, you know, she we was drinking, and we had a conversation, and she just started crying. I said, oh shit. I said, she got shit too. I said, oh shit, you definitely in for it. Like, if you got shit that you ain't dealing with, she got shit she ain't dealing with, and then y'all put that in a mix with life, baby, before you do anything, y'all need to work on y'all self. And you know, I was like, damn. He only said little bits of things, like little pieces, and I was just like, my intuition be on point. Like, and it's crazy because you'll be around people who really not ready to face the truth or do the work, and it make you feel like your intuition is off. But my intuition be on point when I tell you, like, and I just really like, and by the end of the conversation, like, he was smiling, he was inspired. Like, I love that. I love being able to help people. Like, and he was just like, you know, like, every time he come, he's being inspired, he's being pushed to do better, pushed to grow. Because one thing about it, like, you are a product of your environment. Some people are enablers, and some people do not push you to do the work on yourself. But if you're gonna be around me, because I push myself, like, I'm constantly saying, hey, what can I fix, what can I work on? Like, okay, well, I did this and this said, and no, that didn't work out, or I did this and it didn't get the outcome that I was looking for, so I need to change the way I did this. Like, if you don't do your self work, life still gonna throw its punches, and baby, you gonna be trying to paddle, trying to get up there, and it's gonna be hard. I ain't gonna say it's not doable, but it's gonna be hard. And like, having that interaction, seeing him leave smiling, like feeling like his cup has been poured into, like, that really just made my day. And that just really made me feel like I am where I'm supposed to be. I thought I was supposed to be a counselor, maybe a motivational speaker at some point. You know, I thought that's what it is. But I think every day is pouring love into people, pouring like life into people every day. And even encouraging God. You know, like, I know, like, everybody don't believe in God. I'm still, you know, kind of a little unsturdy in my faith, but you know, that's the whole purpose of a path. That's the whole purpose of, like, your journey is your journey, you know. And whether you stop, whether you run, whether you walk, it's your journey. You're gonna get there when you get there. But you know, but I just had to say that. I be missing my points. I be forgetting where I be going with stuff. But I think all in all, I'm just realizing that, like, I think I'm where I'm like, I definitely am doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I feel like it's definitely gonna take me to a next level. Like, but yeah, I just had to say that. Like, I was just so surprised. And one thing I'm realizing, like, coming into 30, like, I'm really honing into myself, like, and I love that. Like, I did not grow up in a household that really poured into us. Like, our parents did not pour into us. We didn't get the love and attention that we needed. But like, being an adult and realizing that I didn't get that, and that's okay if you didn't get it. You just have a little bit, it's just gonna be a little bit harder, you know, for you to get where you're trying to go. But like, you know, turning 30, like, I'm really starting to know myself, get to know myself, understand my boundaries, saying no. Like, oh my goodness, like, boundaries? Like, I always had standards. Like, I knew, like, what I wanted, what I didn't want, like, as in dating. But nobody ever taught me that personally. Like, you have to have personal boundaries, personal standards, personal, like, it not what no man could do or whatever nobody can do. It's like, what are you going to do for yourself? What are you going to take? What are you going to allow? What are you giving people to respect? You know? And 30 is just really, baby, it's showing me some things. It's definitely showing me thing. And like a girl like that I work with, she was like, girl, I don't know what you're doing. Like you glowing, like you got a bun in the oven or something, baby. Ain't no bun nowhere. There's no bun, honey. But I think I'm just coming more to myself and starting to listen to myself and be one with myself, honing, like listening to my intuition, like, and just following God, like following what feels right, you know? And that's the only thing I can say, like getting my confidence, like not worrying about what nobody doing or what nobody doing or ain't doing, like just leaning into myself. And that's like the best thing that I could have given, like, or asked for. Like I posted something on my Snap and she was just really talking about like boundaries, setting boundaries, and I felt that so much, because like if you don't set boundaries, people will run all over you. If you don't say no, baby, get comfortable with no, with the word no. Because like I've been such a yes person for so long, because I didn't get that love as a child. I just thought like, oh, if I'm always available, if I do this, if I do that, people will love me. No, people just gonna take advantage of your ass. And you know, and then you be left with the remnants of, you know, whatever is left. And if you don't set those boundaries, baby, you doomed for whatever. Pretty much, like, you doomed for whatever. And I'm just really loving, like, this growth. Like, having, you know, friends to talk to, finding my community, like, finding people that actually is supposed to be in my life. And that's just been my journey. Like, if it don't feel right, if you gotta question it, it ain't for you. Cause what's for you, you ain't gonna have to question. So, like, 30 is just giving me a lot of insight. And it feels fucking good. Okay? Like, I'm coming into the woman that I need to be, or that I'm destined to be. And I'm finna get this money. Oh. And my jeans jeaning, baby. You see it. So, yes, like, I'm just loving growth, loving pouring into people, loving connecting, loving building my village, loving. And don't get me wrong, like, things do get me down. I be down more than you think. But, you know, you just can't stay there. You can't let life take you down, because if life was gonna take me down, it would have been took me down from birth. Okay? Because the devil was after trying to get my ass from birth. But you gotta tell him absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am God's. And you can't have me. Okay? But yeah. What y'all think? I'm gonna put a little, it don't really look like I did too much. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing a little something. Let me set it. But this really all I've been doing lately is just a little bit here, just a little bit. Say you just to say I did a little something. Ooh, that's the wrong one. Just to say I did a little something. But yeah, I don't think I have much more to talk about. Life still be throwing its punches, baby. But you gotta understand what the test is. You know? You gotta understand that it's a test. I'm such a deep thinker. I'm always trying to figure out what this means. Well, why this person do this? Or why? I be always trying to figure it out. But it's a message in it. And if you do something and you don't learn, if you don't learn from that mistake, it's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again and again and again until you realize that you need to fix it. Cause one thing that I messed up is I thought I needed people. And which you do need people. You need people to uplift you when you're down. You need people. You do need somebody, but I thought I needed people for my survival. Like, like that's one thing I thought. And I'm realizing, baby, you don't need nobody but yourself and God. The more you need people, the more you need people for, the easier people can take shit away from you. And you don't want nobody to be able to take nothing away from you. So the best thing to do is get it yourself. Do it yourself. Because one thing about it, you gonna have you regardless. Self-preservation is innate. It's innate. So you gonna have you regardless before you have anybody else. And I had to realize I don't need nobody but myself. And while you doing everything for yourself and while you doing what you need to do, the people that's supposed to be around you, they gonna come. But that's only when you honing in on yourself. And that's the same thing that girl said in my thing. But it's so true. Like, when you're doing the things that you need to do that feels right, the things, the opportunities, the people, they come. Like, they come. Like, honey, I was, like, so discouraged. Like, because I'm like, I done went to school. I done did all this stuff. And I'm still not making the money that I feel like I should be making. I'm not living the life that I think that I want to have for myself. Like, I don't have a bad life, but it's not the life that I see for myself. It's good for right now, but like, it's not necessarily where I want to be. So, I had got down on myself. And then here come God. Working things out, and I just be like, dang, God be on it, baby. And once everything fall into place, like, I'ma expound on what I'm talking about, but God be working, and that's all I'm gonna say, cause he be working. Let's see. We good? But, I need a little lip gloss. Hold on. There we go.
What, the motherfuckers that doubt you? Fuck them. You don't need them. Them be the motherfuckers, yeah. Them be the motherfuckers that you gotta prove wrong. Fuck them motherfuckers. You got it. What that nigga Corrupt say, you the one. Oh, not the two, not the three, the one. You hear me?
The one.
You hear me? Keep going though. You got it. I love you.
All right, love you too. Bye.